Hello fellow travelers! In this video I'll show you how to easily get all the achievements in Challenger 6 section. You can earn them all in a single fight with each Sumeru boss currently present, so let's go through them all, starting with Electro Regisvine. Here we have just one achievement, and to get it you'll have to stun the boss during its laser sweep attack. The best way to do it is to get the core's HP down to one hit as fast as possible, wait for the attack we need, avoid it, and then do the final hit. You don't have to break the core while boss is firing the laser. After the attack there will be a short period while its core is hanging low, and if you break it during that, you will still get the achievement. I recommend to use Ember since she is a pyro archer and her charged attacks have increased pyro application, so she can damage the core faster than most characters. If you don't want to use Ember, just bring Pyro, Cryo or Dendro Archer. You don't need to use archers since you can reach the core for final hit with melee characters as well, but using archers will help you bring the core down to low HP quicker. Next we are going to Jadeplume Terrorshroom, and there are two achievements you can earn here. For the first achievement you'll have to use Pyro and Dendro characters to trigger boss burning state. You don't have to use Dendro since boss sometimes applies it to itself, but having it will simply speed up the process. Boss then releases 3 spores and you want to stand right in front of it so they all land close to each other. Then move away, let them hatch and kill the 3 adds. Having some form of crowd control is very helpful to get rid of them quickly. Then repeat this again to get 3 more adds and you'll get the achievement. If you struggle to deal with the adds and the boss at the same time, you can stun the boss by triggering its activated state using Dendro and Electro and safely deal with just the adds. And for the second achievement you have to kill Terrorshroom while it's stunned after unleashing an attack in its activated state. So damage it enough to make sure that you will make it in time, trigger its activated state, avoid the attack and finish the job. If you want more tips on how to fight the bosses, check out my other videos where I explain everything you should know about that. Oh, and there is one new Wonders achievement for Terrorshroom added with 3.1 patch, which I didn't mention in its own video, so let's take a look at it here. For this achievement you have to defeat Terrorshroom not after but during one of its attacks in activated state. The best attack for it is Spore Rain. It has very long animation and you won't even notice it if you stay close. Plan is the same as with the previous one. Make sure boss HP is low enough, trigger activated state and kill the boss during the attack. Unfortunately, you can't do this achievement together with the previous one at the same time, so if you don't have both, I'd suggest to prioritize this one. If you fail to kill the boss in time, at least you'll get the second one. Next we are going to Aeonblight Drake and 3 achievements related to it. For the first achievement you need to let the boss increase its resistance to 2 different elements before killing it. For infusion it picks the element which boss took the most damage from since the last stun or infusion. So bring characters of at least 2 different elements and use one of them until boss starts casting Massive Explosion. Move away, let it finish and absorb the first element, then repeat the process with the second one. Boss don't have to keep the buff, so feel free to remove it later. You'll get the achievement as soon as you defeat the boss after that. But first you might as well get 2 more. For the next achievement you have to interrupt attack that boss uses to absorb the element in any form. For that you'll have to hit the core on its head using Archer's charged attacks. And for the third achievement you have to stun the boss by shooting both cores on its thrusters while it's hanging in the air, and you don't even have to use charged attacks for that. Then don't forget to kill the boss to get the very first achievement, and we are safe to move to the final boss with its 2 achievements. For the first one, you simply need to hit the boss with both Dendro and Electro to knock it out of invisibility at any point. It usually doesn't go far from the middle, so use AoEs or just shoot somewhere in between its parts. It's helpful to keep an element or a debuff applied to boss because it makes it easier to find it. And if you have Raiden, I highly recommend to use her skill, so you would have to hit the boss with just Dendro attack. And for the second achievement, you have to defeat the boss while it's stunned using the well-known method. Bring its HP down to make sure you'll make it in time, stun the boss either with Dendro Electro combo from the first achievement or by attacking its Dendro affected parts with Electro, and then just kill it before the stun ends. Anyway, that's all for now, fellow travelers. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.